In this video, I want to talk about what a rolling stop looks like. We're coming up to this intersection to make a right turn with a student. And notice how they're slowing down, but our vehicle doesn't actually come to a stop. The moment it felt like we're about to stop, they start rolling again, and that's what a rolling stop is. This is, I would say, on the more subtle side of a rolling stop, but nevertheless, when you go on the test, the examiner is going to pick up on that, and this is an automatic fail. So you need to actually see, for example, now that I pause the video, you can see you're stopped, and then you can proceed. Whereas if we just let the video run here, and I'll be quiet so you can kind of see it for yourself. Notice we didn't actually make a full stop there. So we slowed down, but the car didn't lose all its momentum. And then sometimes students, I tell them this was a rolling stop, they're like, but I stopped. And it's like, well, we didn't. And they go kind of back and forth until they realize, okay, I'm going to make a more conscious effort at the next one to make a complete stop. And that's what we're going to be doing at this next stop sign here, except we're kind of overshooting where we should stop. So we're stopping with the front of our car in the middle of the crosswalk. So in fact, we should have stopped over here. So imagine where the crosswalk or the stop line would have been here in front of us, and then proceeding. But nevertheless, at least we stopped here and then we proceeded. So you should feel that slight nudge. We don't need a hard stop, but we just need to make sure the car comes to a complete stop. And then sometimes students ask me, well, how many seconds do I need to sit there for it to count as a stop? And I tell them it's not about the number of seconds you're sitting there, it's about making sure you've come to a complete stop. So if you're not sure, look out the window and see, am I still rolling relative to other things, or has my car come to a complete stop? What I find also is when students are first learning to drive, they treat the pedals a little bit more rough, and so when they stop, they actually do stop because they just stomp on the pedal. But as they become more and more proficient in driving, as they learn how to operate the vehicle more smoothly, this is when the rolling stop issue creeps back up. And they've gotten so good at slowing down the vehicle smoothly to come to a stop that unfortunately then they just don't stop anymore. So be very careful about that. Especially when you go on the test, making sure you've done a complete stop. And again, the road test is just a reflection of everything else you should be doing on the road once you get your license anyway.